I'm getting out of here. Don't accept free PS5s from grieving parents.
So the other day I saw a post on Facebook from a guy named Harris Frank who said my son was hit by a running car while coming back from college last week. He was hit by a running car. My heart bleeds every day. I bought a PS5 for him. He never got to
I gotta
see it. I want to give
you
out the
never got to see
PS5 for
it.
free to someone who needs it. Seeing the PS5 every day hurts my soul. DM me if you are interested in the PS5 console. And I thought, oh my gosh, this poor father. I couldn't imagine what he must have been going through. So I messaged him and I said, I'm so sorry to hear about your son. Do you still have the PS5? And looking back, I guess that sounds a bit insensitive, but he said he really wanted to get rid of it. Anyway, he responded and he said, yes, thanks for your condolences. You can take the PlayStation and we hope that it really helps your family. Where are you located? I tell him what city I'm in and he says, I'm currently in Connecticut, but I can send it to you through FedEx if you don't mind. I moved to Connecticut to my mom because I couldn't cope living alone.
My mom? Who in America is saying that?
After the incident, I can send it to you through FedEx. You just pay for the shipping fee if you don't mind. Poor guy's so heartbroken he can barely string together a sentence. But I say, okay. Then he asked, are you promising me you won't sell the game if I give it to you for my son's sake? I said, I will play it in his honor. Then he asked for my address so he can calculate.
Bro's about to ship him a GS5. Either that or he's about to say $150 for shipping.
The shipping costs, and he says, I just check on the shipping fee and it costs approximately $53. I hope you can afford that so I can go ship it to you now. And if I ship it.
This is where the scam is. They offer you something, and then they're like, oh, yeah, to get this though, you need to send me $50 for shipping.
Today it will be delivered to you tomorrow noon. It is next day delivery.
Next day delivery.
Then he goes on to give me a Cash App account for a guy.
East Side Trade. This is the picture.
Guy named Eastside Trey and tells me to send the money there. And this is where I start to get suspicious. Why does he want me to send money to a third party? Scammers typically do this because if they're overseas, then they need someone in the USA to collect it and launder it for them. And the reason that I think that that's what's going on here is because I took this post about a son being run over by a car and I did a search for it on Facebook and I found an endless amount
Oh my, they got that method.
of profiles saying the exact same thing. Their son got hit with a car and they want to give away the PS5 to heal their broken hearts. And I thought that the Nigerian prince scam sounded ridiculous. Anyway, I just started messaging all these accounts to express my condolences and ask about the PS5. And they all responded in the exact same way. They want to give it to me for free, but they need to pay some random guy for shipping costs. And undoubtedly, when the money clears, I'll be out $53 with no PS5 to show for it. So instead of sending money, I just decided to have some fun with these guys. I wrote to Harris Frank and I said, what was your son's favorite game? He said soccer and combat, then car racing. I asked, did he ever play
Soccer and
Battlefield?
combat.
He said, yeah, he do. I said, what about Elden Ring? Yeah, he does have Elden Ring on the PS5. Then I said, what about Yahoo Boys?
What about the game Yahoo Boys? Surely at this point, the scammer knows something's
Yahoo
up.
Boys is actually a nickname for young men in Nigeria who scam, and it was enough to
What is that?
earn me a block.
Bro got blocked. I didn't even know that was a term.
I also had a grieving mom named Victoria who asked me where I'm located, and I said Lagos, Nigeria. Yeah, that also resulted in a block. I kept doing this, and some even started to curse me in Yoruba. And this was all very fun for me, but I wanted to go undercover and learn more about the inner workings of this scam. So I logged in as microphone and I found a guy named Lance Ortiz who had
He about to play along with the
story
scam.
about
He's
his
sending him
son.
$53.
I
Let's
started
see.
talking to him about the PS5 and eventually he wanted me to pay some guy named Lawrence through Cash App. But I saw a comment in my last video that said that the word "allay" is something to throw out in order to fish scammers.
LA. They use it as a kind of code word to determine if the person they're communicating with is a scammer as well.
They use it as kind of a code word to determine if the person they're communicating with is a scammer as well.
So he's going to say that.
I gave it a shot, and I said to Lance, "allay." And then he said a bunch of Nigerian stuff that he has since deleted, but he went on to say I knew. Wait, did it work? Does he think that I'm a fellow scammer? And could I get him to tell me more about his operation and this Lawrence guy? I said, will you teach me? And he says, what? I say, how to get money. He said, I don't understand what you mean. And I said, I want to trick Americans into sending me money. How do you get the money from Lawrence's account? And he said, I will teach you how it works. What's
Oh, he's in there.
your WhatsApp number? And I thought, this is it. I'm about to go
Wait, he's not in there. If they call him, he's cooked.
undercover with a Nigerian scammer and learn how they move their money. Lance soon texts me on WhatsApp and he says, so what do you want from me, Mike? I said, to teach me about the scam. I want to know how you move money from USA to Nigeria. You wanted me to send it to that guy named Lawrence. He said, Bitcoin. Bitcoin wallet works in Nigeria. And this can
Oh, so they're using the money on Cash App to transfer it into Bitcoin, and then they're sending it to themselves through Bitcoin wallets.
confirms what I suspected. There must be a guy here in the USA named Lawrence who's receiving money from scam victims and then sending Bitcoin to this scammer. I said, you know Lawrence? Is he a guy here in the USA? He said, I have some guys that do have a friend in the USA. They give me Lawrence details and they will credit me in Naira. I said, so you text Lawrence and have him buy the Bitcoin? Or your friend texts Lawrence? He says, my friends. Okay, so Lawrence is the money mule here in the States. And not only is Lawrence taking
I
a
mean, there's
small
probably
cut from every
definitely
deal,
there's a lot of
the
money
friends
mules
lining him up are
that
also
East Side
taking a
Trade
cut.
dude.
So when this scammer Lance learns that I'm an American who could potentially be his very own mule, he gets very excited. He asks me, can you receive money in your Cash App? I say yes. He says, show me a screenshot of your Cash App. And I do, because if I can get victims to send me money instead of Lawrence, I can return it back to them and hopefully warn them about what's really going on. So I say,
Okay.
let's see if you can get more people. I will help you. And he's like, how will I trust you? I say, what do you have to lose? And he says, if I send money to you, you will not run with it and block me? I say, nah,
Why would he send him money? I don't think that's how the scam works.
we're business partners. So he goes on to give me instructions on how to be a money mule. Once I get money in my Cash App account, I will use it to buy Bitcoin and Lance will provide the address of where to send it.
Yeah.
This is the fastest way for a scammer in Nigeria to collect money from their victims. And once I'm on board,
That's what I
Lance
thought
goes to
they were
post about
doing.
the PS5 in various Facebook groups when all of a sudden he's notified that a hold has been placed on his account. Apparently, Facebook recognizes when someone is spamming a group, and it's good to know that they're trying to do something about it. But scammers can always just use another account, and it turns out that there's a market for hacked and stolen Facebook accounts run by scammers. These are just a bunch of Yahoo boys with a Telegram group sharing their secrets. And Lance proposes that we buy another account to keep the work going. You can even buy stolen IDs in the event that it needs to verify your identity. Now this is all very
Wow.
weird, but in order for this undercover operation to continue, I gotta give this scammer the tools that he needs. So I ask him, how much for an account? He says $30,000. $30 in your country. Worth it. So I proceed further down this rabbit hole by actually sending this
I
guy
was about to say
$30 in
30,000.
Bitcoin. And he does exactly what he promised and he buys an account for a guy named John Smith. Not the most convincing name, but he says, we'll make a lot of money in this, I promise you. My friend just collect $1,000 now. And now this guy thinks that he's some kind of a kingpin because he's got me as his partner in crime. He says, when all my friends want to collect money, I will ask them to use your Cash App, okay? And that's when I start thinking, either I'm going to save a lot of people, or I'm going to get a visit from the FBI.
Yeah, that man, he said he's about to get all his homies to send him money.
But soon enough, Lance says I have made the post. And it seems like he's posted it in an automotive group. But as soon as I notice that the post is public, I send over someone who might be interested in this free PS5. A guy named Ben Dover. You guessed it, that's me, and I'm going to mess with him from both ends. I message this John Smith account and I say, hi, saw your post about your son's PS5. Is it
He made
still
another
available?
fake account.
Lance then starts messaging me on WhatsApp to let me know that he's got a fish on the line. But it's really just me using a different Facebook account. And I have that account continue the conversation until John eventually asks
He did pay for it.
me to
Okay.
send money for shipping. And who do you think that he tells Ben Dover to pay? A guy named Microphone on Cash App. Now, I only have one Cash App account, so I can't really pay myself. But I can make this scammer think that I did by creating a fake screenshot. Shout out to my friend Gambit for making this great tool to fool scammers. And after I send it to the scammer, he gets
That's
very
fine.
excited. And he gets back to me on WhatsApp and he says, do you receive it? Talk to me, Mike. It's been sent. Send my share through Bitcoin, Mike. And eventually he just calls me. Hello? Hey, what's up? What's up?
Did you receive the money?
Yeah, it came through.
Yeah, 52, yeah.
Scammer get scammed, buddy. You're not getting that $50.
Yeah, I got it.
I know you have spent a lot on this. Send 20 and keep 30.
So this person thinks that they're getting a free PS5, right? But are you gonna ship them the PS5?
Yes, I'll show you everything.
But you don't really have a PS5 to give to them, right?
Yes.
Like what if they get mad? Like when they don't get the PS5, what are they gonna do? Are they gonna come after me?
No, it's nothing because it's not your name. You don't use your name. You
It's nothing. We don't use your name, yet the person that is in the person that's cash out, they're sending it to they definitely see their name.
get it.
So you don't feel bad stealing $52 from this Ben guy? You're okay with that?
Yeah.
Like you have no sympathy at all that you're stealing from somebody?
I'll talk to him. Don't worry about that.
Like you have no problem? Like you sleep fine at night knowing that you steal from people?
Perfectly fine.
Yes, we don't have any problem about that. Me and you, we are safe. Don't worry about that.
But I'm worried about this guy. Like he's gonna get all mad that he sent $52 and he's gonna have nothing to show for it.
Mike, what are you saying?
I'm saying that don't you think it's kind of messed up to scam people like
No,
this?
nothing's going to happen, Mike.
What?
Nothing's going to happen, Mike.
Well, apparently my little
That
guilt
man
trip
banged
talk
that
didn't
shit.
give him a change of heart because he goes back to bend over and he makes up some excuse about how shipping is gonna cost. Didn't give him a change
What
of
was
heart
this?
because he goes back to bed.
Hey, you there? We have a problem now. They said 52 when I was on the phone with them, but when they waited now, they said 113 because it's coming with the controllers and 2 games.
Bend over.
Nah, this is a classic scammer. That man said, "Hey, I need $52 for shipping." Then he said, "Oh, actually, once we waited, he said it's actually double the price. I need you to send another 52."
And he makes up some excuse about how shipping is gonna cost $60 more.
Never mind, not 52. Remaining 60. I think it's actually 61. They got the math a little wrong.
He even tries to make me think that he's at the FedEx store. But he doesn't want Bend over to send that $60 to his new friend Microphone. He wants him to send it to that freaking Lawrence guy. And that really pisses me off. So I call him on WhatsApp to give him a piece of my mind.
Hello, Mike.
Hey, what's going on? You said I was gonna be your guy. I was gonna be your pickup guy, and now you're telling Ben to send money to somebody else. What are you doing? I thought we had a deal. Huh? Is that you? Is that you sending that? Why are you telling Ben to pay somebody else $60? I thought you and I had a deal. I thought I was gonna be your guy.
That boy got a call.
We had a chance to make some money, and now you're gonna have
You about to
send money
bang that
somebody,
shit.
somebody else?
You about to bang the phone. Yup.
Are you the?
Yeah.
Taylor?
Yes, I'm the other guy. I never sent the money. I sent that money to myself to trick you.
Wow.
I played a joke on you. How's it feel?
Wow.
Wow.
Right.
Yeah. So you tried to scam somebody else, and I scammed you instead. So you're gonna go find yourself a better
Somebody
job,
else to
okay?
scam.
Because scamming doesn't pay off.
Oh man, he don't know. He about to go on his. He probably got like 10 phones set up, all with multiple different Facebook accounts. He's about to go get on another account, send that message 10 times. He don't care.
There's better things you can do.
Thank you.
All right. Well, it's been fun. It's been fun
get right
playing
back
with
to
you
work.
this last couple days.
After this call hang up,
But you need to go find a better job.
next-
you need to go find
next
something
user.
better to do.
Please, can you just please give me the $20?
No, I'm not going to send you the $20. There's no $20. I sent myself that money. There is no $20. I taught you a lesson on scamming, and I hope that you learned your lesson. And this was followed by the typical sob story with him saying,
We don't have enough to feed ourselves here. That's why we engage in scamming, Mike. I'm really sorry. That boy capping.
we don't have enough to feed ourselves here, and that's why we engage in scamming. But I'm not going to give him 20 bucks simply because he begged. I want him to earn it. So I say, okay, what can you do for me for $20? He said, I don't know, Mike. I said, come on, what's something nice you can do? He's like, what do you want me to do, Mike? I said, show me something cool. And there's so much that he could do. He could sing a song for me.
What does he
Teach
want?
me something about his culture. Or he could even give me a virtual tour of where he lives. And that's exactly what he ended up doing. And he helped me to see what life is like for a struggling young Yahoo boy. And I thought it was pretty cool and thoughtful and even worth 20 bucks.
They got a better sewing machine than me.
I'm not showing you this because I think you should feel bad for these scammers. I'm showing you this because I think you should be grateful for what you have and
My sewing machine back there.
because there's always someone who's a lot worse off than you are.
On the table.
And now you know a little bit of what goes on behind the scenes of this scam, and it might help you respond differently next time you run into something like it.
Hey man,
I really appreciate all.
if you get a random text message saying your UPS package is ready to pick up, don't answer. Block the number. Emails, scam emails. If you gotta check, press the down arrow, see who sent the email, right? Then you go compare, go to the actual company website, see what the company's website, what their email is before you respond. Don't do it after. Do it before, because your money's gone if you do it after. All right.
All you guys who watch my videos, and I hope to keep sharing stories just like this. So thank you very much, and I will see you next time.
And obviously, if something seems too good to be true, it's too good to be true.